pretty much your engine right here. This guy is the one who gets all the other dragons out on the field for you. This guy right here. Him on the field, but with good defense, and it's all good. Let me turn this down a little bit. I know we like my boy Jay, but oops. But so here we go. We got 3 Red Eyes Darkest Metals, White Knight. A lot of people run Yamada. I don't want dragons that sit in your hand. That's a dead draw. You draw him, you top deck Yamada. He's more of a dead draw than him. Yes, what you get a stone. You pop back with D prisons. You just wasted a tribute. No, none of that. And no D prison, like I said, no D prison, no Book of Moon, no Icarus attacks, no nothing. You got to start using monster effects to get over him, and 3,000 is pretty hard to get over. 2 primes. So I like primes. I was thinking about 1 prime, 1 Genesis, but Genesis Dragon ain't shit with the low ass attack it got. We got here is my new card right here, and this guy right here is Dragon Ice. And with all the special summoning going on in this format, and especially since you can discard him himself for his cost if you have him in your hand, he's never really a dead card. He's always live even in the graveyard with Red Eyes Darkest Metals, as well as his own effect. If you don't know what it is, I'll read it off to you. Let me not mess up everything. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can discard 1 card to special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. There can only be 1 face-up Dragon Ice on the field. That's kind of the stupid part about it, but I think it's a pretty good card, and opens up combos for level 7 synchros, as well as with the Gale 8, which I might actually not be running this Gale, but I'll get back into that later. So you have the 3, negators of your light and dark special summoning, to keep you well protected, especially with Infernities. And Infernities really can't get over this guy because Archfiend only has 1,800 attacks. He swings at 19. So, you don't even have to swing into their stuff. You just leave them sitting on the field and looking pretty, and you can majorly slow them down. So I like 3 Dragos. It doesn't really slow you down. As you can see, these are the 2 light monsters I run. The water beat stick, the other water beat stick. These are actually going to be... This guy's actually in here because when Gunjir drops, I don't know if they'll bring it out. Hopefully they'll bring it out in Hidden Arsenal too. If you don't know who it is, Gunjir of the ice boundary. It's Bryonic's twin, but he's actually a dragon, and his effect is just like Bryonic. Discard cards from your hand. You can destroy cards up on the field instead of popping back to their hand. You destroy them. So, and he's a 7-star. So I'm looking at him with that, just testing that out like as if I had a Gunjir. And so, moving on. We have triple wyverns. You already know what they do. Like I said, I run triple because 2 was never enough. You would always want the other one, and then you'd be waiting to top deck a burial. So this one always leaves 1 live in the play because usually you only remove 2 to special summon 2, which means if they destroy 1, you always have 1 live. Okay. 1 exploder. I went down to 1. It's just a stupid card. It's a great card, not stupid. Excuse me, exploder. So you top back to your cards. They might not show up next time you need them. He can't do any battle damage to you if I attack into you. So therefore, if you have nothing, I can't swing at you. He's good because he gets under bottomless and stuff and brings out the bigger beat stick. But really, one's enough just in case of emergency. My new favorite tuner right here is Dread Dragon. Y'all know what he does. He's just like Mass Dragon, except for he gets level 3. There's no attack restriction. As long as it's a level 3 or lower, you can grab it to your hand. I like him. Easy ability, gets under bottomless as well with the 1100. They should have dropped him 1 more, so he could be cards of consonants available, but whatever. That's Konami for you. They make other cards broken and other cards not usable that well. So yeah, we have 1 Gale. Like I said, 1 Gale. I'm also... thinking about running a Plague. Just the Plague's ability to self-free incur later, because when Gale's gone, I don't really have a way to get Gale out of the graveyard like Blackwings do. But I really want to go on Gale because I want to rip out my Infernity Doom Dragon, put that in my extra deck, just so. But the only combo is right here. So if I run Plague instead, I can actually combo with the double primes and the other abilities to make 6s, So I'm thinking about Plague just so I can run that beat sticking Infernity Doom Dragon. And people don't like his effect because it says no cards in hand. I don't really care. He's a 3,000 beater with 2,400 defense. Red Dragon can't even handle that. Red Dragon only has 2,000 defense. So I'm thinking about that. Threw the Morphing Jar back in. I'm going to test it out a little bit more. I'm still partial. I don't know. Any hints or something, please? Let me know. Something other than Morphing Jar to run. It's just, I feel like I need to get cards to my hand, too, as well. I don't want to run Yamada. This is actually, I think this is actually faster than Yamada. Set, go, set, flip, boom. Yamada requires 2 cards and some setup time. Rykos, I'm still standing my word. Rykos, I love the mill effect. I love, especially when I drop my mill off, one of these, and 2 of those, or 2 of these and 1 of those, or, mill this out so I don't draw it, like, or mill this into my graveyard so he's live, just, it opens up plays. That's why I'm thinking about putting the Plague in, because you mill a Plague is live, like, I'm trying to think of the deck as in, I'm less deck cards, less combo, I don't need a hope for combos, it just runs, it almost, there's no dragon deck that autopilots. Every dragon deck, Disaster requires a lot of thought. Even the Stone of Legend doesn't really, combos don't really autopilot, because you got to know when to stone, or when to hold a stone, and kind of things, because the high level monsters. So, so that's what the monsters are. Just a little peek at the monsters again. It's going to be a little longer video, so bear with me. I just wanted to, explain in depth. A lot of people just go up, they put music on, and then they just do this, that shit gets annoying, like, okay, congratulations, I see a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but why did you tech that over this? Why, explain the reason. Everybody plays differently. So this is why I'm explaining it. I took this out for a little bit, but, man, I missed it, especially with the 3 tuners, and this guy, and just the ability to OTK, to move the stupid shit out of the way. I like Mind Control, Brain, of course, Mystical, Heavy. I dropped the Cold Wave. As you can see, just Cold Wave was good, but it wasn't that good. It nulled for a good hit, but I usually had Cold Wave and this guy in my hand, and I was like, fuck, I can't first turn Cold Wave. Now I got to open up this. Burial, the Recycle Wyverns, or any, really the Recycle Wyverns, so I can run, it feels like I'm running 6, and people really hated that, because this is never a dead combo, with this. Future Fusion, staple, Dragons, Mill, 5 God, drop out the 5,000 beater. Forces them to use something to pop this, because in 2 turns, a 5,000 attacker is really hard to get over. And especially with Prime Material out with the 5,000 attacker, he's no longer, with Prime Material out, he's no longer bound by Future Fusion, because anything you do, I'll just negate Future Fusion and leave him sitting on the field pretty. So, yeah, double Sarks, what it is for. Search out primarily these 2 cards, and maybe anything else I need later on in the game. Double Book, just to stop you, defense, basic stuff. The traps, I wasn't running this, I was running Trap Stun, but I'm going to give this guy another shot. Same thing with Cold Wave over Trap Stun. Those cards are just good for, like, if you want to hit hard. Really, they don't really, stop a bottomless. That's fine, you can bottomless. You only have 2, you use 1, now you only have 1 left in your deck. That's fine. I'd rather have it you use it than it just be sitting there for later for you to use, kind of thing. Call. People don't like Call to Haunted, but with the big monsters, I Call Haunted this guy. I Call Haunted this guy in a combo. He shuts you down. I'm saying I Call Haunted this guy, and you're in trouble too. Starlight Road, protect your field. Mirror Force, protect your life points. Solemn, just that one time negate. That's always worth it. Double D Prison, good monster removal. Back to these guys. I was running 1, now I'm back at 2. Dust Tornadoes are pretty pro, especially since I took out the Cold Wave. Now I'm just, 1-for-1 backfield destruction. So hopefully I'll pop your Bottomless or, your Royal Oppression. This is really good, because I got wrecked by Royal Oppression, because I didn't run anything but MST and Heavy Storm and Cold Wave. Well, run Royal Oppression, I'm hoping to top a Ryko or something, to get over Royal Oppression. Not anymore. I run enough backfield destruction cards so that I'm pretty good, And double Bottomless Trapple. Next video I'm gonna post will be the